Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a new anime in fall of 2024 that has captivated the anime community for several reasons, and I'm going to explain why it is so popular. Frieren is the combination of everything an anime fan could want. The main character is a strong and overpowered elf, but there's solid reasoning why she is such a powerhouse. She has trained for over 1,000 years, so it's not a surprise that she can defeat most enemies that she stumbles upon. The characters in this anime are also really well developed. Frieren, for example, grows from a child who knows little about the world into a fully realized mage in just a few episodes. However, this isn't a rushed experience. The story takes time to add details to her character that show you how mature she has become in such little screen time. The fact is that this show will time skip fairly often in order to get to the good stuff, which is often poorly executed by other anime, like when a shonen show has a time skip that accomplishes nothing. And the other elements of this anime that make it so compelling include cinematic, aesthetically pleasing animation, impeccable voice acting, a melodious soundtrack, and epic world building. There's really not much to hate on Frieren for, and I think that's what makes it so popular in the first place. But there's much more than those briefly mentioned qualities. Frieren Beyond Journey's End has insanely well-crafted climaxes. Each battle slowly builds up with multiple details that make the fight even more impactful. The emotional draw of this anime cannot be understated, especially when it comes to getting to know and understand these seemingly tropish characters. Himmel, the hero, actually teaches Frieren a lot about having fun and enjoying life, even though she has lived for so long already. Those character qualities are easy to understand, but they are very complex in nature. Just like Stark's insecure personality clashes with his desire to save people, each character has some sort of, honestly, emotional trauma that they have to deal with, which is crazy to say since we rarely get quality character development in most anime. The emotional depth is what allows us to tear up when watching Stark and Fern defeat their enemies by overcoming their mental weaknesses, or maybe that was just me. The fight scenes showcase what we already know about the characters, and they finalize that emotional feeling in a very satisfying way. And the final reason is simply due to the fact that it has great storytelling. So many times anime gets caught up in flashy animation or over-the-top characters. Sure, Gojo is very recognizable and iconic, and Demon Slayer has the best animation of any shonen show ever. But what humans truly love is a really well-written story. Again, you have to give it up to the creator of this manga, Kanehito Yamada, if I'm pronouncing that right, for producing a tale of heartbreak, joy, and sheer epicness. But really, the premise begins with the never-before-seen ending of a typical fantasy/isekai anime, actually killing the Demon King. We also don't have to worry about the overused cliche of a guy who is coming to another world. In fact, it's quite the opposite as far as main characters go. Frieren is an experienced elf with hard-earned victories under her belt, so her wins don't feel cheap or shallow. Frieren destroys all other poorly developed fantasy shows, and it really has no flaws in any episode. Everything is easy to watch, it's funny when it needs to be, it's serious during the fight scenes, and it doesn't talk down to the audience. Okay, I just have to say, this anime, it's so freaking good. It gives me chills during all the fight scenes because the dialogue is just fantastic, and it makes you feel like they are these stoic characters that are truly hardcore people that don't give a mother F about anything. It's inspiring and heartfelt. Frieren Beyond Journey's End is incredibly popular, and it deserves all of the hype. So, if you haven't seen it, go watch it now.